tippy tippy. Oh yeah. Unale we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make salute.
The following proclamation. Now, therefore, I, Julius Maada Bio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Supreme Head of State, Grand Commander of the Order of the Republic, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Fountainhead of Unity, Honor, Freedom, and Justice, do hereby proclaim that the first session of the 6th Parliament of the Second Republic of Sierra Leone shall be held at Parliament Building, Tower Hill, commencing on Thursday, the 3rd day of August 2023 at 10 o'clock in the forenoon. May this 31st day of July 2023, signed, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, President. The Honorable Vice President, sir, Her Excellency, the First Lady, the Right Honorable Speaker, Ministers and Deputy Ministers of Government, Honorable Members of Parliament, the Honorable Minister for the Western Area, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Pray silence for His Excellency, the President.
The Honorable Vice President, Honorable Speaker of Parliament, the Honorable Chief Justice, Madam First Lady, Honorable Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, members of the Judiciary, Ministers of Government, Honorable Members of Parliament, our revered traditional and local government leaders, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, members of the Security and Intelligence Services, members of the Fourth Estate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, fellow citizens. I address this 6th Parliament of our illustrious Republic with a profound sense of honor and gratitude, having once again received the resounding mandate of the people to serve this great nation for another 5 years. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to the citizens of this noble land for the unwavering trust they have placed in me personally and the Sierra Leone People's Party to continue steering the cause of our democracy towards sustainable progress and prosperity. Within the hallowed chambers of this esteemed Parliament. I'm humbled by the weight of its significance. As a staunch advocate of democratic principles, I hold this institution in the highest regard. It embodies the very essence of the people's will. Here, our fellow citizens' collective aspirations, concerns, and voices resonate and find expression. Parliament is not merely a forum for legislation. It stands as the vanguard of democratic ideals and pulsates as the lifeblood of our nation. I therefore seize this opportunity once again to congratulate the esteemed Honorable Speaker, Dr. Abbas Cherino-Bundu, and the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Singapore Solomon Thomas, for their re-election by the elected members of Parliament to lead the legislative arm of government. A hearty congratulations to the elected members of Parliament for the resounding mandate to serve the people of our great nation with a steadfast commitment to the greater good. The high voter turnout at the fervently contested multi-tier elections signify an inclusive democratic process, attesting to our citizens' engagement and participation. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, today marks a momentous occasion in Sierra Leonean politics. As I gaze upon the composition of this parliament, a swell of pride engulfs me, for it reflects the remarkable progress we have achieved. A government of the people, by the people, and for the people cannot be fully realized if we systematically exclude half of our population, the women. I am therefore gratified by the increased representation of women within these walls. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the recent elections witnessed a commendable 15% rise in women's representation, with 30.4% of directly elected representatives now being women. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, women are not merely women, as we have erroneously defined them in the past. Women are also policymakers, leaders, constituting the backbone of our society, the very anchor of our families. The presence of more women within this parliament and our democracy enriches the tapestry of our nation, infusing it with compassion, empathy, and resilience. This sixth parliament presents an opportunity to showcase the maturity of our democracy. Any political party's absence of a two-thirds majority necessitates constant engagement, encouraging us to amplify all voices and engenders a more harmonious, stable, and prosperous Sierra Leone. By fostering collaboration, cooperation, and negotiation, we now can transcend political divides within our society for the ultimate benefit of our people. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, in the tapestry of democracy, continuity is pivotal, intricately woven with the threads of stability and progress. It is through the seamless transition and preservation of democratic principles and institutions that a nation's identity endures. 5 years ago, I stood before this parliament, presenting my government's New Direction Manifesto and pledging to honor critical promises. Despite facing unprecedented challenges, my government resolutely fulfilled most of these promises, even amidst global shocks that have impacted the cost of living all around the world. Through strategic policy interventions and investments in local food production, job creation, and the betterment of our public servants' livelihood, we have shielded our people from the adverse effects of all of these shocks. To any impartial observer, Sierra Leone is a nation markedly better off today than it was 5 years ago. Across every indicator, our prioritization of human capital development has borne fruit. In the realm of healthcare, we have surpassed the healthcare outcome of many of our neighboring countries, a testament to our unwavering commitment to the well-being of our citizens. Moreover, we have dedicated special attention to empowering women and girls, ensuring their meaningful participation in every facet of life, from education to politics, and safeguarding their social protection. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, today I stand before you, or let me say I sit before you with immense pride as I embark on a new 5-year mandate that echoes the call for continuity. With great honor, I now present the new direction, consolidating the gains and accelerating transformation agenda. This ambitious vision builds on the principles outlined in the 2023 People's Manifesto of the Sierra Leone People's Party. This agenda encapsulates the spirit of progress, seizing the newfound opportunities we have forged while confronting emerging challenges and propelling Sierra Leone towards middle-income status by 2035. As espoused in our Sierra Leone People's Manifesto, which we use to campaign to citizens with our message of hope, unity, and prosperity, my new administration's national development agenda, we emphasize 5 key initiatives that will shape the cause of our nation. First and foremost, feeds alone will ignite agricultural productivity, safeguard food security, and foster inclusive economic growth, laying the foundation for sustained prosperity. Human capital development with a deliberate focus on gender equality, we nurture the skills required for the industries of the 21st century, empowering our workers for a transformative future of hope. The Youth Employment Scheme will unleash a focused initiative to create abundant job opportunities, providing our young talents with a platform to flourish and contribute to our nation's development. The Technology and Infrastructure Initiative will serve as an engine for sustained economic growth, harnessing the power of innovation and robust infrastructure to propel Sierra Leone to middle income status. Finally, revamping the public service architecture, we usher in a new era of delivery efficiency and professionalism, enhancing the efficacy of public sector institutions. These strategic initiatives form the bedrock upon which we shall usher a profound change. We shall usher in profound change, serving as catalyst to revolutionize economic growth, alleviate hunger and poverty, elevate public service efficiency, generate abundant employment prospects, and foster resilience in adversity. We have meticulously chosen these initiatives to maximize the manifold opportunities before us, drawing invaluable lessons from the crucibles of crisis-era governance. By concentrating our efforts on these transformational endeavors and harnessing the insights gleaned from our trials, our government aspires to build upon the remarkable progress achieved thus far. We shall propel Sierra Leone further along the trajectory of sustained development and unparalleled prosperity. Our ultimate objective is to forge an unyielding framework that ensures our nation's continued advancement, harnessing the boundless potential for growth and profound positive changes that lie before us in the years ahead. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, allow me to expound on my government's Big Five game changers for our nation's sustainable economic development and social progress. I start with feed salon. Food security holds paramount importance in the quest for a stable and democratic society, transcending its role as a mere necessity to becoming a foundational pillar upon which prosperity of a nation is built. A country that ensures citizens access to a dependable food supply cultivates resilience, safeguards public health, and fosters social cohesion. This symbiotic relationship between food security, democracy, and stability empowers individuals, promotes economic stability, and mitigates the perils of social unrest. Recognizing these profound interconnectedness, the flagship Feed Salon initiative is an unwavering testament to our commitment to forging a self-sufficient Sierra Leone where agricultural productivity thrives, hunger diminishes, and societal resilience flourishes. Through an array of comprehensive pledges and strategic endeavors, we embark on a transformative odyssey that harmonizes agricultural development, economic growth, and societal progress, firmly anchoring the future of our nation upon the bedrock of food sufficiency and sovereignty. I come to human capital development, nurturing skills for the 21st century industry. My government's commitment to human capital development recognizes its importance in fostering stability and driving progress within developing nations. Over the past 5 years, our flagship program, Free Quality Education, has propelled our nation to remarkable achievements, resulting in an unprecedented surge in school admittance and university entrance examination pass rate. With a robust policy and legislative framework, we stand poised to surpass these milestones and reach even greater heights. Our profound understanding of the significance of foundational learning has solidified our commitment to investing in primary and secondary education. Furthermore, we have made significant strides in expanding access to higher and technical education, particularly in STEM courses, while establishing technical and vocational centers across most kingdoms nationwide. Moreover, our steadfast investment in robust health systems is an indomitable force propelling the cultivation of a productive society capable of making substantial contributions in the modern era. Prioritizing specialized skills and bolstering public health and emergency systems, we are well prepared to meet our nation's ever-growing demand for healthcare services. Looking ahead, the focus of my government over the next 5 years centers on translating these achievements into the development of highly skilled labor force equipped to tackle the challenges of 21st century industries. Our efforts will be directed towards bridging the gap in the missing middle of the labor force while nurturing talents for professional roles in both the private sector and in the civil service. Through our unwavering dedication to human capital development, we pave the path towards a future where our workforce is empowered, skilled, and ready to embrace the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century. Youth Employment Scheme, a catalyst for democracy, economic productivity, and national security. Youth unemployment, persistently prevalent within our society, presents a formidable threat to sustaining economic growth, stability, and the overall prosperity of our nation. In Sierra Leone, the youth demographic, encompassing individuals between the ages of 15 and 35, constitute over a third of our population. Unfortunately, a significant portion of these young individuals residing in urban areas who are neither attending school, university, nor engaged in formal training face the distressing realities of unemployment and vulnerability to drug addiction. Even in rural areas, the lack of compelling incentives has resulted in limited youth participation in productive endeavors. Furthermore, our university graduates regrettably often find themselves unemployed. Trapped in this unemployment circle, urban and rural youths become susceptible to exploitation by opportunistic forces, leading to unproductivity and delinquency. To harness the boundless energy and potential of the youth and foster inclusive and enduring prosperity throughout Sierra Leone, my government pledges to continue championing their cause. Our commitment to this mission extends to nurturing patriotism, fostering national pride, and cultivating resilience among our young people. In pursuit of these objectives, my government will institute a presidential initiative focused on youth employment and job creation within the next 5 years. These employment opportunities will span various sectors encompassing skilled and unskilled positions and long-term and seasonal engagements. By steadfastly adhering to our commitments to the Youth Employment Scheme, we instill hope, provide opportunities, and empower our youth to forge a prosperous and secure future. Together, we develop a path towards a stronger democracy, enhanced economic productivity, and heightened national security. Enhancing public service architecture, empowering democracy and national development. Public service is the cornerstone for driving transformative change in Sierra Leone. Since assuming office in 2018, my government has diligently developed a comprehensive civil service training policy, laying the groundwork for robust capacity building within the public sector and establishing the Civil Service Training College. While these efforts have incrementally bolstered capacity, the current public service architecture necessitates strategic reforms to align with our governance agenda. My government is fully committed to revitalizing the public service, emphasizing delivery, fostering a culture of professionalism, meritocracy, and continuous improvement, ultimately enhancing its effectiveness and efficiency in serving the people of Sierra Leone. Our ultimate objective is to cultivate a public service that attracts and retains our best talents, positioning them at the forefront of overcoming our most odious challenges. The ongoing constitutional review process presents a unique opportunity for a lasting transformation of the Sierra Leone public service. By undertaking transformative measures for revamping the public service architecture, we will redefine the public service, positioning it as an exemplar of professionalism, efficiency, and accountability. This renewed public service will serve as the bedrock of our democracy, propelling Sierra Leone towards sustainable development and prosperity. Technology and Infrastructure Initiative. Envisioning a future of robust economic growth, socioeconomic progress, and boundless innovation, our Technology and Infrastructure Initiative is an indispensable cornerstone of our transformative agenda. Recognizing the barriers posed by excessive energy costs and inadequate road networks, that impede private sector expansion in Sierra Leone, my government remains steadfast in committing to rapidly augmenting energy capacity within key production zones. Our comprehensive approach will propel our development by leveraging renewable and non-renewable energy sources. Moreover, numerous roads and bridge construction projects are poised to be initiated, focusing on connecting vital production areas. In tandem, my government recognizes that technology and digital innovation are catalysts of paramount importance, presenting unparalleled opportunities to expedite transformational change in Sierra Leone. Over the past 5 years, my government has established the Directorate of Science, Technology, and Innovation, and working with the Ministry of Information and Communication to lay the foundation for harnessing the power of technology and innovation to drive service delivery and economic growth. We have fostered an improved ecosystem conducive to progress through extensive enhancement to the national fiber network, expanded internet and mobile access, and the proliferation of mobile money agents across chiefdoms. Over the next 5 years, the convergence of infrastructure, technology, and innovation will be pivotal enablers for sustaining high economic growth. Our objectives encompass transitioning the majority of monetary transactions to cashless systems, bolstering financial inclusion, expanding energy production for productive applications, and constructing roads that seamlessly link production centers to markets. Through the resolute implementation of our technology and infrastructure initiative, we forge ahead, poised to unlock the full potential of Sierra Leone, driving economic prosperity and societal advancement, and ushering in a future of limitless possibilities. Conclusion. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, today we are gathered here to reflect on the importance of cohesion in politics and to recognize the paramount significance of unity and collaboration in our noble endeavor to serve our people. In this very parliament, where no party has attained a two-thirds majority, the need for dialogue and negotiation resonates with utmost urgency. We must find common ground within the political divides that exist. Through unity, we can achieve stability, progress, and stability in our democracy. Let us not forget that the true holders of the power in democracy are the people that we represent. We must always remember their voices, aspirations, and hopes for a better future in every debate and conflict. Our individual egos must yield to the greater national cause. And our quest for power must never overshadow our deep-rooted desire to be a government that genuinely serves the people. Our purpose transcends personal enrichment or fleeting fame. It is firmly grounded in pursuing our nation's and people's collective well-being. The path to greatness lies in putting the nation's interests first. Transcending party lines and forging alliances beyond political affiliations. As parliamentarians, it is your duty to embody the spirit of statesmanship and to seek dialogue and common goals, even in the face of different opinions. We can foster progress through such engagement, laying the foundation for Sierra Leone's ascent to middle-income status by 2035. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, on behalf of the executive, I pledge to have a healthy relationship with this esteemed parliament and all branches of government. Together, we shall strive to achieve our shared goals over the next 5 years, remaining steadfast in our commitment to democracy, peace, and the rule of law. We have long since departed from the darkness of conflict and embraced the illuminating light of freedom and democratic principles. Let this parliament, the beacon of hope, continue to lead the way, exemplifying dedication to the noble task of nation building. Let us never take the peace and stability we currently enjoy for granted. Look around us, both on our continent and worldwide, and we witness the devastating consequences that unfold when political actors fail to resolve their differences with maturity and respect for the rule of law. Let us never take the peace and stability we currently enjoy for granted. Let's look around us, both on our continent and worldwide, and we witness the devastating consequences that unfold when political actors fail to resolve their differences with maturity and respect for the rule of law. It falls upon our shoulders to safeguard this democracy, to support our citizens as we propel the economy forward, and to create a safe and stable atmosphere where every Sierra Leonean can flourish, holding their heads high with pride on the global stage. To our neighbors, brothers and sisters in the West African sub-region and the broader African continent, I call upon your sustained support for our hard-earned democracy, Together, we can forge a future of hope, progress, and mutual prosperity. I eagerly anticipate collaborating with partners within and beyond our borders, including regional organizations such as ECOWAS, the African Union Commission, and the wider international community. With their support, my government shall continue to ignite the flame of hope in the hearts of our cherished citizens. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, my government remains committed to ensuring that state institutions undertake their mandates efficiently. In my last administration, we fully supported the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone and other related election bodies, EMBs. The ECSL has a constitutional mandate supplemented by the Public Elections Act of 2022 for planning and conducting public elections in Sierra Leone. The June 24th multi-tier elections identified some logistical limitations that were, however, assessed not negatively impacting the overall income of the multi-tier elections in Sierra Leone. To improve ECSL's continued planning and conduct of transparent and fair elections, a National Electoral Systems Review Committee will be established to assess the planning and management of the 2023 electoral cycle. The National Electoral Systems Review Committee's objectives will be twofold. First, to review the prevailing legal framework, related institutional and operational arrangements, and local and international observer missions report. To propose key reforms for institutionalizing the recommendations to enhance the operations of the entire electoral architecture in Sierra Leone. The National Electoral Systems Review Committee, with a broad membership of government, development partners, civil society, and professional organizations, will be led by the Honorable Vice President and supported by an ad hoc technical secretariat. The key deliverables of the review committee will be an electoral systems review report that will lay the foundation for critical reforms in the electioneering process with reference to ECSL and all other EMBs in Sierra Leone. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, gratitude must be extended to the security forces. The judiciary and the media. They have been pillars of strength in advancing the cause of democracy in our beloved nation. I pledge to uphold their independence, for there can be no democracy without the rule of law, no democracy without security, and no democracy without a free press that informs, educates, and holds public officers accountable. As we embark on this journey together, let us move forward with optimism and determination. May God's blessings be upon each and every one of us, and may his divine guidance bless the Republic of Sierra Leone. Thank you, and let us continue this noble work together for the advancement of the land that we love. Sierra Leone. Thank you. Thank you.
Una sidon saful. The Honorable Vice President, sir. Her Excellency, the First Lady. The Right Honorable Speaker, Ministers and Deputy Ministers of Government, esteemed Honorable Members of Parliament, the Honorable Minister for the Western Area, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency's address will now be received and laid on the table of this House by the majority leader and leader of government business and the acting opposition leader. For a 5-day debate on the motion of thanks to His Excellency the President, the leader and the opposition leader. You may now wish to receive. You may now wish. Natula. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Honorable Vice President, sir. Her Excellency, the First Lady. The Right Honorable Speaker, sir. My Lord, the Chief Justice, sir. Ministers, Deputy Ministers of Government. The Honorable Minister for the Western Area. Honorable Members of Parliament. Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. After the national anthem, His Excellency the President and entourage will leave the chamber, accompanied by the Honorable Speaker and Deputy Speaker. for the Speaker's suite on their way to State House. Please wait patiently in your places for Mr. Speaker to return and adjourn this sitting of the House. Honorable ministers, can you please come back to your seats? Can we please sit down and wait for the return of the Honorable Speaker to adjourn the House?
Affairs and how governments therefore implements them programs?
I think the difference between a politician and a statesman was evident today. What you heard from this morning, you listened to a statesman. President Bill saying in second term, he look for build a legacy, not a partisan legacy, but a national legacy. Any Sierra Leonean, including the brother that we're not there today, for listening to this speech and feel inspired and feel like the president don't lay two big things today. He lay a bold, progressive vision for bring we into the next industrial revolution, for put Sierra Leone at the heart of it, at the heart of transformation, in Big Five, from feed the people to a transformation of the technology landscape and we infrastructure landscape. Then he moved commodity. He said, this country, now we all own. He said, it invites we for think about peace, about unity, about tranquility. He said, let we remember also we don't come out. And let we think about when democracy and peace are undermined, what's the effect, not just here, but in neighboring countries. But you see, me, I study peace. Efforts for make peace, not to be judged by words, it be judged by tangible actions. The president announced a tangible initiative. He said they acknowledge for the first time that there were challenges, logistical limitations in both the conduct and the operations of the ECSL and the election management bodies there. But just acknowledge. He said, would they do something? Would they put together a commission for review the legal landscape and concrete actions?
Okay, Mr. Minister, we'll continue with you. The Speaker of the House don't return to his seat. That's now Cherno Ba, the Minister of Information and Civic Education, been the talk to we. The Speaker, they return to his seat, and we understand, say, they go adjourn the sitting of Parliament when members of Parliament get for return for can debate waiting the President don't say today. So we continue with the proceedings here na the Well of Parliament. The Speaker accompanied by the clerk, they about for take in seat now, and it will make announcement them.
Any announcements?
The Honorable Speaker, honorable members, please be informed that the detailed induction program will commence next week from Monday the 7th through to Saturday. Please attend. That is the only time we have detailed induction program, which will include the ICT, training of the tablets, distribution of tablets, and taking you through all the details of the induction programs for MPs. Please, both old and new MPs attend. Thank you.
With that, honorable members, the House stands adjourned to Tuesday, the 8th of August at 10 a.m. prompt.
For peace and national cohesion, how is this going to be achieved?
The president's a man of action. It already say one of the grievances is around the conduct of the election. It puts in place a credible election review committee. We go now review all the recommendations then and put in place concrete action, because peace is about action. And the president know how plan say to do. So we look forward to that. I also know say this president a man of peace. We're going to reach out to brothers in the opposition and say these empty seats in our parliament, they're not edify them, they're not edify we. We need them together. We need all for come together and move this country forward. And I think the president today don't give them the blueprints for let them come and join me for move this country forward.
So what the president don't say today, how is the public going to understand these things? How you as minister and government officials and get for engage let the public understand what in the president say and now we get for go about for go.
Now we job now for take this incredible message, what's in a statesman message, for translate them to the people of this country, for work with Tuna and the media, for move this message out. It's a very simple message. So I'm not thinking a message is complicated. It will be very easy for let the people of Salone understand this message.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. That's now the Minister of Information and Civic Education, Cherno Ba. We just don't talk to we. The Commissioner of the Anti-Corruption Commission self, they attend this session, and we get the High Commissioner to the mission to Ghana. We have been there today. Government ministers, senior government ministers, that's the acting back governor, the Minister of Health as well there. They get a discussion with the Deputy Minister, the Deputy Minister of Communication. We can talk to you quickly, just quickly. You know, the president apparently where he go to the pathway say in conclusion, everybody was like in surprise that at least could be the shortest address where the president don't deliver. What's in this mean? Is it the president's no one say plenty things?
No, well, you have to understand this is not the first session of the 6th Parliament. We mean say this type of give the people the broad trajectory of waiting president get for the next 5 years. And we hope say in subsequent term then now we'll get a bit more detail. But then they tell you say this, I get 5 key big changes the way they expound on, talk about them. We mean say it don't tell people what that direction we are going for take on feed salon, on tech and innovation, on youth employment, and many things already part of the big 5. So this tell you say president is ready for work. He don't plan for work, he want for work.
And the president emphasized the issue of having young people in government and as well women. You know, how this get for help with service delivery or implementation of what you know get for do as a government for the next 5 years?
Well, earlier I interviews them, I talk say this cabinet consists of people that were very experienced and also the one that were very young. So now a mixture. So that means say we get the energy for make sure say we translate president's vision into reality. And this also means say for the very first time we get the number of women na cabinet, na parliament, we should say we continue on progress. And therefore we are a role model for many countries across the world.
Okay, thank you very much. That's now the Deputy Minister of Information. And let me talk to one of the members of Parliament with us today. Madam, I see you very excited.
Yes, I'm very much excited. You know, today at the opening of the 6th Parliament, a blessing for Adenayaso and especially for the districts where me come out, when I put local districts where he hardly for SLPP gets a seat na the parliament. So, you know, a blessing. So I'm very much happy that I'm able for there for represent the SLPP in a put local district.
And the president specifically say the changes with parliament where he see today, it's not just about the people but the percentage of women them where come this time with the gender empowerment bill and all of that. What in this mean for una as women them? Not only una within politics, but women them generally in the country.
Well, this mean a whole lot for we the women them, na politics and also women them in general. This don't show say the SLPP party where they head by the president, Dr. Julius Maada Bio. It mean business for the woman them. Na president where it come for empower with the woman them. And this don't show say this representation who don't get a parliament don't show say, you know, coming 2028 we go able to get more women them because they don't see the kind quality of women them where the presidents don't bring into parliament and other offices them in general. So with the women that we gladly and with the women in parliament and in general we happy for that because we don't know say now we not get for sit down for wait for le man do something for we for bring food na the table. We self we able for work now, we able for sit down our offices, we able for sit down at the table of decision making, we able for pass laws them together with demand them. And we also get demand their support. So now the beauty of it. So we tell God thank you that with the woman them, the president empower we for make we able for be in leadership positions them.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable, and we wish you well. Let me talk to another new member of Parliament from Cambia District, I'm sure. Honorable, this is your first time as a member of Parliament, and officially the president don't open Parliament today. But as a first timer, what's in this mean for you and your people who you can represent?
Thank you so very much, Lam. We want to continue for say thank you to His Excellency, you know, for where he can today and grace this occasion. You know, me as a new MP, you know, representing the people of Cambia, you know, and a very good experience for me. And also, you know, today, according to the president in speech where he gave, you know, he gave me hope. He re-energized me. He make I feel like I said there is much to do and there is success ahead of us. And also, on behalf of the people of Cambia, I want to congratulate all the other MPs them way witness this event today. Me personally, today, I don't feel motivated. I don't feel strong. I don't feel determined. I don't feel fulfilled because all what I don't hear the president don't lay out now today. It don't show me so we continue now the right track and we head for the right direction.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable, and we wish you well. We hopefully get for the talk to you. Talk to Honorable Marie Conte. We been at the Parliament for the second term, and he don't serve as chairman of the Judiciary Committee and a lot of legislative committee. A lot of laws then passed the last term. Waiting people for expect at this time. The president don't talk about in big 5 programs and waiting he want for do.
Well, I think it very clear from the president's speech say don't really narrow for make we focus on the big 5. In as much as we focus on the big 5, we also get for focus on completion of some of the things that we don't start before. So again, now continuity. And then we don't get the leakage from the supplementary budgets. We also talk about the things that we really need for complete and talk about the new ministries that will come in and also the new office of the presidential, the chairman of the presidential initiative for climate change, renewable energy, and of course, food security. So then they don't clearly show you the direction where the president will go. I also get for support.
And you get for continue for lead the committee for make laws then?
Well, it's too early for make a say, but it's too early for make a say, but I'm really hopeful.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we wish you well. Thank you very much, Honorable Marie, for talking to us. Let me talk to Honorable Emerson Lamina, the Deputy Leader of Government Business 2 na the House of Parliament. The President don't present an address today and he specifically talk about the big 5 programs. But as Parliament and as leaders, we get for debate this issue as well. What do you make of the address today?
Yeah, it's so succinct, so touching. And I'm telling you, what encompasses all now the 5 big changes. But very importantly, you see the president, they almost conclude with the need for national cohesion. The president, they emphasize dialogue. Dialogue is very, very important. That's so touchy. Where this country so dearly need at the moment. That make whether you are from the north, the south, the east, the west, let us come together and we all go for make this country very great. I so like the concluding part of the president's speech, we hit on the need for national cohesion, the need for dialogue, the need for negotiations, etc., etc. I'm so like that part.
And one of the things that the president emphasizes the issue of addressing unemployment. I've seen you supporting young people from Musa you come from Kono district and other part of the country. How parliaments can take this very important, as well as food security?
That's very important. When you look at the 5 big changes, cluster 3, they tell you about the yes. What do the yes mean? They tell you about the youth employment scheme. That's very important. The youth can seize the opportunity for connect with Pillar 1 or Cluster 1 when I feed the people agriculture. Salon so rich in inland valley swamp, Salon so rich in animal husbandry, Salon so rich in cash crop production, Salon so rich in agricultural extension. If youth man can use the energy, bembe, so now fall amen, when a poultry, now go to amen, I'm telling you, you create employment for yourself and Boku youth man them. Now, attend this, not look too much at the grammar school system, Boku degree, the minimum power. When we strengthen the minimum power, without a fitter, without a carpenter, without a mason, without a computer expert, without a refrigerator maker, I'm telling you, when they strengthen the economy, like in America, like in the UK, the economy goes strong.
We don't use to a system side, the main opposition go there on the other side. We president go, they deliver an address, so then go get phone, interjections and all of that. You missed that today?
Yes, I miss the phone. The part of parliamentary procedures, undertones, overtones. Oh yes, I missed it so dearly. But that keep we very strong. You will see undertone, they will see a lot of them. But I'm telling you, we are all just.
You expect to see the APC coming?
I'm very hopeful, very, very hopeful that pretty soon they will there so, and we all go be great of skin again. They are the legitimate also they vote for them. They're not going to for go. Then for Canada so, and no, they for come.
Okay, Honorable, thank you very much for talking to us. That's now Honorable Sir Emerson Lamina, representing the SLPP from Kono district. Actually, let me talk to another Honorable quickly. Honorable, what are your impression of the president's address today?
Yeah, of course. I'm really impressed but not surprised because being a second timer, the president of he don't address me for so many years. So I'm really impressed, as I say, but not surprised because looking at a game changer manifesto, the Big Five, we know say he go do it because they deliver based on his promises.
So how una get for support as members of parliament? How una get for support the president for achieve in Big Five agenda, especially as well una way come out na the ruling party way there?
Yeah, my brother, you know to stranger to this house, now the name no you don't get as a honorary member of parliament, but we just spend time together as a member of parliament or as a house. Say we there for make sure say we assist the executive. We make sure we approve policies, laws that can also enhance the good implementation of programs and projects where they gear towards the implementation of the president's agenda. That is one. And also we make sure we approve budget and we perform oversight function, on all those programs and projects for benefit Sierra Leoneans.
Okay. Thank you very much, Honorable. We'll talk to our Honorable quickly and for look at waiting an impression today. Honorable, waiting an impression of the address with the president delivered today.
Well, before I go to that, Honorable Ibrahim Koroma from Gorama Mende Chiefdom, Kenima District. Well, the president, he addressed today, he educative, you understand? It geared towards cohesion and development.
And una as members of parliament, how una get for support the president for achieve the things that we don't talk about today, the Big Five. We talk about agriculture, youth employment, we're very important, and as well, the public service, way for being independent and more efficient and effective.
Well, we charge with the basic responsibility. We're there for represent to people them. We're also there for make law and for follow oversight, for ensure already president don't do so, you understand? The executive part of government make sure they implement it very well. We support them. More especially in case they can't bill in the parliament, now we roll for make sure them bill them will pass some way they benefit the general Sierra Leoneans.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable. That's now one of the members of parliament them we just don't talk to. We will try to see if we can talk to Honorable Sylvia Blyden, we as well the inside the well of parliament. It looks like I'll be disrupting a conversation here quickly. Dr. Sylvia Blyden, I want to disrupt your conversation quickly and get a quick interview with you. Quickly, just do them quickly with them and
okay.
Then we'll continue. Hello,
but SBS was first.
Okay,
Are
it's
you
fine.
live? Are you
Okay,
live?
yes, we are live.
We are live. Okay,
yes,
okay. Well,
but then live as well. We just did one quickly. Then you
okay,
can
let's do
continue.
it. Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Yes, I see they show the APC symbol.
Where you camera, Nana?
Yes, the camera is there.
Is it focusing on it? Very well, too, eh?
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you don't listen to the president's address today, and one of the highlights I think where everybody give him a round of applause now. Usai he end and call for national cohesion now the country and ask people and say there is the need to sit and dialogue. What are your impression?
I think that was the best part of his speech, especially the area where he says people should put their ego aside and work for the stability of the country, given what is happening in the neighborhood in the West Africa sub-region. I think that was the best part of his speech because Sierra Leone right now, we have been blighted by what is not an issue, and it has become an issue. And what am I talking about? We're talking about a bunch of politicians who have come together and created an issue where there is no issue. What do I mean? Our laws in Sierra Leone are so clear. If you have a question about the electoral process, you have a question about how the elections went, you compile your evidence and you take it to the law courts. And then you ensure that the court listens to your evidence and either overturn the elections or uphold the elections. That has not been done. Instead of that, we have people now creating a non-issue where there is no issue. In other words, using their ego. And for me, I'm here as a member of the All People's Congress. That's why I came and I made sure, I just arrived last night. I made sure I found my APC badge today so that I would be here in my full capacity as an APC member and speak to Sierra Leoneans to know that what is happening is a non-issue. It's being elevated to the status of an issue.
So, which message you go and give to, the members of APC, the leadership of APC, where they watch we and listen to we right now? The president, to a large extent, like you say, let people and put aside their ego and dialogue. What you go and tell them?
Well, first of all, we have to realize something, and journalists also have to realize something. The APC is divided into factions. We have to accept that. If you continue dealing with only one faction of the APC, you are going to continue failing. And we have a de facto leadership in place, a de facto leadership that came into being without using democratic processes, without publishing voter register before the so-called lower level elections happened. Now, that leadership that sidelined a huge chunk of APC members cannot provide the solution. You have to go beyond that leadership and look at some of us who are now the potential leaders of the APC and dialogue with some of us. Because if you continue dealing with just the de facto leadership that pushed their way through, they beat everybody up, they sidelined everybody, they took over our party, that cannot provide a solution. Sierra Leoneans have to look beyond that faction of the APC. And this is the faction I refer to as the jihadist faction. Why do I call them jihadist? Because the leader of that faction is the former president, Ernest Bai Koroma. He had threatened us that if we don't do what he wants in the APC, he's going to wage a jihad. So he's actually waging a jihad now, and we have to recognize that there's a jihad war being waged and has to be combated. So until Sierra Leoneans look beyond that faction of the APC and look at us, the progressive members of the APC, who have a following in the APC, we will not have a solution.
Finally, before you go to my colleagues at the SLBC, you no go mind for be part of a team where go dialogue and push for reconciliation between the APC and the government?
That's what I'm saying. The government has to realize that beyond that faction that has hijacked the APC, beyond the hijackers, there is another APC of progressive voices like Sylvia Olayinka-Blyden. They have to reach out to us because we were bullied, we were sidelined, we were not given the opportunity to take part in the electoral process that brought the APC de facto leadership. So the government has to look beyond the Samura Kamara Ernest Bai Koroma faction, the jihadist faction, and look at us, the progressive people in the APC. Then we can have a proper national dialogue. But if they continue to just send in delegations to go talk to Ernest Bai Koroma, to talk to Samura, and then they leave out a huge chunk of the sidelined APC members, they will continue to fail and fail and fail. That is my point.
Thank you very much, Dr. Blyden. You can go to my colleagues here now. Thank you very much. That's now Dr. Sylvia Blyden, former minister in the APC government, and as well a member of the APC. We've been the talk to about impression between President City. But now here we go and we broadcast from the Chamber of Parliament, usai President Bio don't deliver an address today at the state opening of Parliament. Me, we don't do the interviews there. My name is Amadou Lamranaba. We don't talk to government ministers and presidential spokesman and press secretaries, and as well somebody from the APC and Honorable Mohamed Bangura. We will continue with coverage and plenty thanks to we colleague them, the technical and production team. And we colleagues them in our studio and the one that we've been doing here as well. Since we'll meet back some other time, continue for watch AYV as we continue for